Welcome to the deep dive. We've just finished analyzing a really fascinating stack of sources this week, all focused actually on early season whitetail hunting prep.
That's right.
This deep dive is basically designed to give you a genuine tactical edge, a bit of a shortcut, you could say, to understanding how the experts are strategizing right now, before the season even kicks off.
Yeah, that's the goal today. We're trying to distill the core strategy down. We've landed on, what, 5 essential prep tips? And of course, the safety stuff you just can't ignore.
Right.
We want to move past the common sense advice and get into those more advanced strategies. It really all centers around one main idea. How do you minimize your intrusion while still getting the maximum strategic intel?
And that idea, minimizing intrusion, that's the hook right away, isn't it? All the research we looked at points to early scouting being absolutely critical for success.
No question.
But the challenge, the real sort of conflict in this early prep stage is figuring out how you gather all that valuable info without tipping off or, disturbing the mature buck you're hoping to see later this fall. Even the smallest disturbance now, well, it could jeopardize the whole thing.
Precisely. The sources really hammer this home discipline as probably the most effective tool you have pre-season. If you get predictable or leave too much scent, maybe too much physical disturbance in a core area now, you've essentially just trained your target buck to avoid that spot when the season actually opens.
Okay, yeah, let's unpack that central conflict.
Yeah.
So the first foundational tip, the strategy our sources really highlight, is understanding that, well, every deer is different. And that difference kind of dictates your whole land management approach.
It really does. The variability among whitetails is honestly astonishing. It goes way beyond just age or, rack size.
Yeah.
We often assume a big buck we get on camera thinks of our property as his permanent home base.
Right. You see him there, you think he lives there?
Exactly. But the sources point out there are really 2 distinct types of mature bucks using your land.
Okay, and these are the homebodies versus the travelers, I think they called them.
Correct. Yeah, the homebody, well, he usually sticks to a pretty small, consistent radius. They're, let's say, easier to pattern. Their core territory stays relatively stable.
Makes sense.
But the traveler, now he takes what the sources kind of amusingly call vacations. These are bucks that dramatically shift their ranges. Sometimes they spend weeks, even months, roaming territories they wouldn't normally frequent, say, during the rut.
Huh. So, okay, if you get a picture of, a monster traveler on your camera now in the early season, how does that actually change your stand placement strategy for later in the fall?
Well, it changes everything. I mean, if you know you're dealing with a consistent homebody, well, then you zero in your stands directly on those food sources, known bedding areas, that kind of thing.
Standard approach.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
But if that big buck turns out to be a traveler, relying solely on, say, your food plots